What's going on, guys? My name is Gun, and yes, it's been like 10 days for me. Been going through a lot of shit personally, so you could kind of put two and two together, right? Or apart. Anyways, so I'm going to be doing a review on the new Warbond. I understand it's already been out for a while. For this review, I am going to be focusing more on the weapons, clearly, because I'm not going to be showing fucking emotes, right? So I'm just going to be focusing on armor, weapons, and then the new booster. Okay, so the first thing we got is going to be the Cookout. The Cookout is a slug shotgun that lives true to its name, at least for the medium to small enemies on both sides. It excels against Terminids if you ever get ambushed by an Apex commander and its juiced up minions, the warriors. Just point it their way and they'll either have a blown up head or push back into their larva. It's especially nice when a charging Apex commander is ready to hit stick you and you just push it back like a balding man. So it takes 3 to 4 shots to kill, as well as those pesky invisible cunts, that being stalkers. I usually be terrified when they just poof out of thin air, but again, the pushback is so useful, as well as the ticking fire damage. It's also pretty decent against bots, but I prefer it against Terminids. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Flame 66 Torture. It is the first special. It's a pretty cool addition to the game, being able to drop with your own personal face melter. However, since the ridiculous patch that nerfed all fire damage dropped, it really killed the Warbond's max potential. It's good for, you guessed it, medium and small enemies. And it has medium penetration, so on the automaton side it works good against both striders, so that being the missile and then the normal one, and the devastators. However, its range makes it difficult if you're up against a rocket devastator that sees you from a mile away. It can also kill a Hulk if you use 2 to 3 stuns and fire up its back, but personally, it's not worth it in my opinion. Now this would probably be one of the best weapons ever against Terminids, but again, the patch ruined the penetration, which would have sent the usage rate to the moon. But it's still decent against smaller Terminids. I really don't recommend it against any of the bigger Terminid enemies. You'll most likely die.
Canister's empty!
Reinforcement budget running.
Reporting to the front!
So on to the CRISPR, the handheld flamethrower. It's actually a really fun sidearm to use. It does similar damage as the Torture, but with a lack of ammo. However, it's always nice to be able to jog and light enemies on fire. But again, the lack of range is what makes it a lesser weapon. I still enjoy it, but right now I'd give it a 5 out of 10 as well. The new armor and passive was a huge welcome to Helldivers. With a 75% damage reduction, you could survive being lit on fire and still have around half health. But if a teammate doesn't have it while the whole crew is using fire, well then they'll just be cooked dinner for the Terminids. Also, the design is very appropriate for being fire resistant. Overall, I love this armor, and I will be running with this with a full fire build. So in my opinion, I would give it a 9 out of 10 for both of them. Okay, lastly is the booster, Firebomb Halpods. It's kind of funny that they actually put this in here because I was talking about it as a concept about 3 months ago, but I wanted more of a 500 kg bomb explosion. A little bit too OP. Okay, so the Firebomb Halpod, whenever a drop pod hits the ground, it creates a decent sized fire explosion. However, you'll have to be cognizant of the locations that you drop, especially if your teammates don't have the fire res armor. You could call down 4 support weapons, a supply drop, and an SOS beacon for additional fire explosion, but obviously that's dumb to do. It could also destroy bug holes pretty easily, take out a group of medium to small enemies, but it's not really useful with an unhinged team. I'd give it a 4 out of 10. It's good in certain situations, but it's not worth a slot for a booster in my opinion. So with all that being said, I would give the new Warbond a 6 out of 10. If or when they fix the fire damage, this would easily be a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that short review on this Warbond. Obviously there's more items in the Warbond, so if you want to look at it, you can just scroll through it. but I thought I'd cover the most important things in this Warbond. Alright guys, well that's all I got. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out and stay safe out there.